Hi there, my name is Amanda Murray. I am a talent manager at The Wall Group in New York City. The Wall Group represents hair, makeup, and styling, kind of the behind the scenes talent on every shoot, fashion show, red carpet, you can imagine. I grew up half my life in Connecticut, originally born in New York City. And then my parents retired and moved to Florida, which took me to Florida State. I studied international affairs there, didn't know what I wanted to do. Always had a love affair with New York City, so after college, I knew that's where I needed to be to discover my career. So when I moved to New York, I hustled, like most people do, had no real trajectory or path. I worked in restaurants. I finally got a job as a production assistant on a fashion show for Victoria Beckham's show. And I really loved diving into the other side of fashion and seeing how it all works. From there, I decided that I wanted to kick off my career in fashion, which I had always been passionate about. And I started working with a recruiting company here in New York, where they placed me on 2 jobs as an assistant, the first one being a personal assistant for a very well-known designer. Confidentiality is always important in fashion. Then I started as an executive assistant at one of the top design houses in New York. I think both experiences really helped me discover what avenue I wanted to take. And I do believe that being an assistant is an incredible opportunity to kind of kickstart your career. And the opportunity at the Wall Group came about. My friend actually recommended me for the job, which was fantastic. Took the interview, got the job, and therefore started working as Allie Bird, who is the SVP and Managing Director of the Wall Group, as her executive assistant. When I started working with her, she actually was no longer representing talent. She really was taking on her C-suite role as the SVP. My role became a hybrid role, and I was still working as Allie's executive assistant, but also started training as a manager assistant and getting involved with her roster. Some of the people that she represents include legendaries like Bob Racine, who is a hairstylist, James Caliardos, who's a makeup artist. We also represent Romy Soleimani, who works a bunch of New York Fashion Week shows and with some celebrities as well. Frank B, who works with this whole team often as well. And I started training under Allie, who's the best in the business, obviously. And that track set me up for success at the end of the day. And now I have been promoted and transitioned to being a manager myself. And I co-represent those artists as well as signing my own talent. I am focusing on stylists, which is really exciting. Some of the people I represent are a duo out of LA named Anda and Masha, who are fantastic. They work with clients like Tommy Hilfiger, Taylor McNeil, who is up and coming and so incredible. She is Kendrick Lamar and Baby Keem's stylist. She's now working with Margaret Qualley. So there's so much to representing talent that is exciting, and I'm happy to be helping these industry leaders take off in their career. I would say a little bit 50-50 of a day-to-day. First of all, no day is the same, which also keeps me on my toes and excited about the job. We have clients reaching out who are interested in working with our talent. Communication is important. I would say 90% of the job is communication. The other half is then finding the talent, the photographers, the models that are up and coming, and trying to pair our talent with up and coming people. So I would say the 50-50 turns out to be, communicating with talent that's reaching out to us and also pitching our talent for new opportunities. I work best when I'm able to communicate with my artists. I have built professional and personal relationships with them at the end of the day, and communication is everything. Allie, my mentor and boss, gave me the best piece of advice when I started working with her, and that is clear is kind. And just being open and transparent and managing everyone's expectations, whether it be the artists or the clients, that is really the heavy hitter of the job. And I feel even if you're delivering good news or bad news, as long as you're honest, you can have an open conversation and be transparent with your clients, again, whether it be the artists or the people that book our artists, you feel some success in that, whether it be good or bad. You're putting your best foot forward, and everyone respects you and appreciates you at the end of the day. So I feel successful in that. It's something that I do still to this day. I think you have to keep yourself on your toes and know what's happening in the industry. We're working in fashion. You should be reading fashion magazines, reading blogs, Business of Fashion. I would even go so far to say Fashionista, both of which also supply a hiring platform. So you can look for jobs on both of those platforms within the industry, which is great. And, Instagram is now a reality in our lives. And most people post their portfolio and what they're doing and tagging other creatives. So if you're looking for a job, tell your family, your friends what's going on, what you're interested in. I would say be humble in your interests and take pride and be confident, and you never know what door will open. I see myself at the Wall Group. Who knows to say forever or what the next chapter will bring, but I so love my office and the artists that I work with. The most humbling thing at the end of the day is that we are building these artists' careers as well. And for example, Taylor McNeil, the stylist I represent, who works with Baby Keem, we just worked really hard on producing his look for the Grammys, and he won, which, even watching it from my own living room at home, I was ecstatic, and it was a huge win. And you work so hard to help your artists get there and get these clients, and they put so much work into just one look for a red carpet that at the end of the day, when you see everything come to fruition, it's so exciting, and I'm ready to see my artists continue to grow. I want to be there with them on that journey.